What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Suppe. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is IKillUDie. The map is Tundra, and this is a best of 3 for the IKillUDie Champions League season number 2. We're in the early stages of this group stage portion of the tournament. Lots and lots of really good games going on so far. If you're wondering about how you can get involved and see what's going on, the schedule, all of the things Champions League related, there is a Discord. If you're in the Twitch chat, I believe the Discord link is !TVL. I could be wrong about that one, but I believe that's what it is. And that'll give you the Discord link. If you're on the YouTubes, you can either head over to the Twitch at any point and put that command in, or maybe bug me in the comments section for a link if you're really interested. Or maybe I'll remember to put it in the description. Who knows? But these two players, we've got IKillUDie. This guy's been around for a really long time. He's a really seasoned RTS player. He's been playing a lot of Age of Empires 2. So he's got a lot of the mechanics down that a lot of Titans players sometimes lack. For example, being able to play without auto queue is a really desirable skill in the late game stages, when auto queue can kind of stuff you up in terms of army compositions and things like that, and also the small things like just some micro shenanigans that Age of Empires 2 has that Age of Mythology doesn't really have. It allows you to free yourself up a little bit more to do the things better in Age of Mythology otherwise. Suppe, on the other hand, also a very seasoned RTS player in his own right. He's been playing this game for a very long time, on and off, and he's always been at the top level, and hence why he's in the Champions League here. So we'll see how he's going to do here. Going Odin against Hades on Tundra. This is the home map of Suppe. A change that we implemented in Season 2 of the IKillUDie League was bans, picks and bans. So you get to ban a map. Whatever map you want to ban, you can ban it. Only one, and there's a ton of maps. So essentially, this was just a way in which we could help players get over their obsession with picking Oasis, Mediterranean, and Marsh. Now, if you know you're up against a Thor player or a Norse player, you can ban Marsh. If you know you're up against an Uranus player, you can ban Oasis. If you know you're up against a Greek player, you can ban Mediterranean, and feel pretty confident that you're going to be stuffing up your opponent's plans, and at least making them think just a little bit. So, we've got the temple coming up already by Suppe here, happily gathering all these elk. We see the gold mine here. It's relatively well defended, really nice sentry tower. There is a big opening behind here, but I think Suppe's going to be able to defend this fairly easily. Checking out IKillUDie's base. He's actually going for an Ares rush. It looks like, ooh, a fake Ares rush. This is 4 villages on gold, 4 villages on wood. He's gone for a 315 advance time as well, hitting a little bit delayed, but it's still 315 is the aim there. And it's looking like he's going to try and get a second town center up here. I don't hate this, because what this does is it's going to force Suppe to maybe have to upgrade watchtowers, wall segment, get a little bit overly defensive here. The pestilence can come down in the base of Suppe to prevent any units coming down, and it acts as a sort of delayed ceasefire or accelerated ceasefire. I don't know. It prevents the Norse player from doing anything. We can already see here that IKill is gearing up to take this town center. A little bit short on the resources here. Has got the Ajax coming out, the wood and the gold going to come down fairly soon. And we'll see if he actually does decide to continue with this Ares rush. He is deciding to continue with this Ares rush. I thought he was going for a town center there with that many villagers on gold, but he's actually not. He's going to have a lot of gold in the bank. I wonder what he's going to spend that on. Is that no, that costs 100 wood. Not sure what the extra gold's going to be for, but we'll see. The Raven has spotted this gathering party here. The Cyclops coming forward. The Suppe Valkyrie is now out through Freya. Longhouse is going everywhere. The Catacompost is going to be scouting around. You can easily hit all of these. The way you want to do this is run straight into the town center, take the town center fire, use Pestilence on top of the town center. And that's going to be That's going to catch everything here, basically. We do see him sacrificing the Catoscopos there. The temple gets hit. The longhouse gets hit. The Cyclops coming in. We have the Toxotes and Hoplites marching forward. The Ajax staying back, going to be defending against the impending Valkyrie raids. Still no Chiron out, which is a little bit delayed, a little bit sad, but it is what it is. There's the Hoplites coming in. They get immediately garrisoned, or the Herso get immediately garrisoned there as he's moving in. These Herso are very, very strong at this stage of the game. You do have this Cyclops, which is an absolute tank of a unit with 650 HP, but and it's actually got decent armor here. You compare this to some heroic age units, myth units. He actually is not that bad. We'll see if he can come in and pick up one of these dwarfs. Maybe the Toxotes will take down these Hersa very, very well. Nice micro from Suppe so far. Still no attempted to get the watchtower upgrade. Seeing the throwing axeman attempted to push back here. The Toxotes coming in, hitting them. We do see the Cyclops coming in over here, and Suppe not paying attention. The Cyclops will pick up one villager. That is a villager kill there. That's 2 villager kills. Almost 3 villager kills. The raiding cavalry coming in. You cannot garrison that one. Will fall. The throwing axeman going to get taken down as well. The Cyclops bashing away the dwarf here. As the hoplites come in, they take off another villager here. Look at this absolute carnage from IKillUDie, as Suppe is just desperately trying to build units here. He's actually at 78 gold at this point. 9 dwarves idle over here. Villagers over here. We do see he's got villagers over on this location, so he can send them onto the gold mine here for the time being if he wants to, as a decent option to keep going. But we do see that Suppe is just going to calmly move over onto this location. I believe that Suppe probably knows there's berries here. He's got both of his ravens over here, so he could go for the gold mine down here, the caribou, the berries or something like that, but not happening just yet. Staff of Dionysus gets taken out of the temple at this point, and we're now starting to see walls going up for IKill. Very, very smart. This is the weakness of the Athena rush of Zeus and Hades, obviously, and the Ares rush. It's the raids from Norse. If you get the walls set up nice and early like this, then those raids stop being that much of an issue. We see, look at this damage the Cyclops does. He's got 15 hack damage, 12 crush damage, and this house has only got 5% crush armor, so it's only really reflecting about 1 damage from that crush. So he's kind of doing 11 crush damage and almost 15 hack as well, because the hack armor is not that high either. Now I've seen this Herso coming back in. There's enough Toxotes here to push those back. Suppe making the correct decision to retreat back. He is attempting to build some more units here. Those dwarves happily mining over here as IKillUDie could probably benefit from getting a Pegasus out at this point, because he did sacrifice the Catoscopos. I think that's one of those things that Greek players just don't do enough. It's like Odin is so good because he's got 2 ravens, but you have Pegasus. Pegasus are ravens, except they cost a population or 2. And they're just really, really smart units to grab out because they can scout the map really well. And I'm surprised that this unit has not been used, considering how good the ravens are in this game. Now seeing IKill deciding to move in there. Is that a forest fire? Forest fire getting burned over here. Does manage to pick off 1 Toxotes. Going to be turning back around. Meanwhile, the fight over here as these units sitting on this gold mine. Surely IKill has to know that that Suppe's gathering gold from somewhere else. These raiding cavalry running through the Hades base here. The town center should be able to kill off one of those raiding cavalry, and then this other raiding cavalry will easily get picked off by any amount of villagers. Seeing Suppe now come in, ready to start fighting. Nice micro from IKillUDie to kill off yet another unit with the special ability of this Cyclops. It has only 15 seconds recharge time. The recharge time for this 1-hit kill unit is absolutely insane, though it does take a while for him to use it. It's absolutely insane. And now we're seeing these raiding cavalry coming back in, looking for some more raids. He does spot something going on over here. The wall's not finished. I would have loved to see a wall that goes across to this tower, or even across to this wood line here. We're seeing the longhouse going down as Suppe is desperately trying to continue getting some units out. We see these villagers come over, going to be eating these elk at this point. The units for IKillUDie all coming forward at this point, and he's going to be retreating from the food nicely. He spots the raid coming through, reacts beautifully, going to be able to come over and grab these herdables at this point. Oh, he hasn't run the villagers all the way. The raiding cavalry coming in, spots that, immediately turning around. This is absolutely devastation after the great play from IKillUDie. He's not paying attention. He's going to lose every single one of those units, but so is Suppe. IKill spots this immediately as well. The raid's coming in over onto the wood villagers as well. Both players losing a lot of villagers here. We've got 30 villagers to 30 villagers, 30 villagers to 28 villagers at this point. We're seeing another gatherer almost falling, but he will jump into the town center here as IKill is now a little bit stuck here. He needs to get these units to come back over. He hasn't spotted the gold mine just yet. We are seeing these units doing a lot of damage. The Cyclops should be able to turn around and kill another unit here if he gets the chance to, and he does pick it up. The Hersa going to come through. Will he get this off? He does kill the final raiding cavalry. That Cyclops got so much value here as now Suppe has to retreat back again. I'm not sure if IKillUDie has spotted this gold mine yet. He did just walk straight past it, so surely he's going to have an idea about that, but he's fighting these units away. Going to be staying on this location, trying to pick off some of these units. Nice micro from Suppe to pull that raiding cavalry away and dodging all those arrows. We've got 81 pop to 79 pop, so it's very, very close. At this stage, the Greek army probably wins the fight, though, because the population efficiency from IKill is a little bit better because of the Chiron and the Ajax. But we are seeing Suppe going all in onto this one. The raiding cavalry chasing this one in. The problem here with even killing off the Hades units is what comes is these free Hades shades. So every single time you kill roughly 5 units of the Hades player, he's getting an extra Hades shade. We're seeing the raids coming back in onto this location. The villagers have to turn around. Even more villager kills here for Suppe. Meanwhile, the units have spotted the gold villagers here. The raiding cavalry coming back in onto this location. The dwarves getting pulled off the line to fight this one back here. And all of these units are falling here. He's going after the IKillUDie reinforcements here. The straggler units, really, really smart play. Now the dwarves all falling. We're currently Suppe is getting devastated though with these raids from IKillUDie. He's now at 22 villagers only. He's pushed off gold, has to move back over onto this medium gold mine. The hoplites trying to take everything down. The ox cart almost falling, and he does get the ox cart as well, but there is an ox cart here that he can use to move over onto the gold mine if he wants to. Meanwhile, the raiders are still looking for more to do, but there's 6 Hades shades left in his base. More military buildings coming down in his base, and he's just going to be building those Toxotes into his archery range here. We're seeing another house going up for IKill, and IKill is swinging back around, going to be hitting this location. That ox cart's still a little bit idle there, needs to come over and help out on the gold. He does manage to do so, but Suppe with 6 gold in the bank at this point, he is getting he's having a very difficult time at this point managing to produce units. He may even feel like grabbing some gatherers at this point to just come over onto this location here. And the big problem that Norse has against Hades in the classical age is these Hades shades are not considered infantry. So the throwing axemen you'd think would be half decent against them. They're not. They only do 4.5 damage instead of how much damage do they do? Instead of 9. And instead of nearly 12 damage or more. So the Hades Shades are very, very good tanks against those throwing axemen, to say the very least. And we'll see if IKillUDie can come in and hit this location over here. We do see that the gold here for IKill has been all dried up in his base. He has to move over onto this location. More villager kills. The Hades Shades will be able to defend. The walls are coming up. A bunch of idle units here as IKill comes in and pushes off of the gold mine here. The throwing axemen are coming in as well, going to be pushing back, but the Toxotes should be able to kill these units very, very easily. Nice play from IKill to take this fight while he has the numbers advantage. Kills off every single one of those throwing axemen. Really nice play there. Finishing off his wall over here. Just needs one a little bit more. In fact, this wall could easily come to this tree here and it would be a little bit better, but maybe IKill hasn't spotted that one just yet. We're seeing the villagers moving back over onto this gold mine here. Smart move from Suppe to keep using this gold mine here. These villagers are very happily gathering food in this corner as well on the Aurochs. And it's 29 villagers to 36 villagers as IKill still not managing to finish this game off. Ooh, not paying attention over here. Takes a lot of damage from this, as the hoplites are going to be falling very quickly to those throwing axemen. But nice micro there from Suppe to be dodging the throwing axemen here. The Toxotes targeting down those throwing axemen. Army coming in for IKill to help out in the back. Meanwhile, we've got a raid coming in over here. The Sentinels should be able to at least force that to go away a little bit. We're seeing the raiding cavalry hitting these villagers. Nice micro from IKill to get his villagers to target them down, but more raiding cavalry coming in. That's more villager kills, and the villager situation here is looking mighty close here for Suppe. The problem is going to be, can he manage to keep this gold mine alive? And here's the thing that that Suppe could do. He could take these villagers and move over to the gold mine, run these villagers around this way to keep them safe. He doesn't quite do it just yet, so he's going to have to run straight through this army as Suppe not in position. He's going to be losing one gather. The villagers do turn around and are starting to fight this one. Got to get those units in to start fighting. Jumping down to 32 villagers here. The hoplites trying to deal some damage if they do get picked off very, very easily. They did pick off the ox cart, though. The raiding cavalry chasing the Toxotes away. And where are all of the idle units for IKill? Nice micro over here. Nice multi-raids from IKillUDie to push off this. Gets 2 villager kills while this is all going on. Really nice play. And now the ox cart coming over onto this location is going to start eating the elk yet again. It's looking as though Suppe may be almost able to stabilize here. Still a villager advantage, fairly significant for IKillUDie, and we'll see if that's going to matter. Now we've got 8 Hades Shades here for IKillUDie. They are essentially a hoplite. 4.0 speed, 7.2 damage is only like a base 60 less than a base 0.80, sorry, less than the hoplites. We are going to be seeing that IKill is deciding to not chase these units into his base. He does have the Toxotes in here, the Hades Shades ready to help out. The raiding cavalry going to immediately go for this gold mine. Smart movements there, but there are units on the chase. Enough villagers. Probably he could just run through this gate if he wanted to keep these alive, or run through this gate. Doesn't really matter which one. Well, maybe this one would have been better because he's getting a little bit path blocked, but not happening just yet. We're seeing another temple coming up for Suppe. Maybe ready to start building some Valkyrie here. So look at this army here. It's 40 villagers to 34. As after all of the death that's been happening here, and we see some raiding cavalry getting sniped or getting killed. One villager going down. The Toxotes is able to finish that raiding cavalry off. Hades Shades here picking off some more stuff as the units running in. This is completely surrounded here by Suppe. Really, really nice play. It's looking though this might be going in the favor of IKill because of those Hades Shades, especially because they are free. So IKill more than happy to take this fight, and it actually worked out incredibly well. Like I said, those throwing axemen just don't do that much damage to the Hades Shades. We are seeing more Valkyries coming out, so we will have to see another Chiron and Ajax out for IKill. Suppe still alive in this game, not ready to fall at all here. We do see another Hades Shade has gone down. Villagers moving forward onto this Auroch here. And now Suppe pushing forward yet again. There are a good amount of Toxotes here for IKill. He's spotted that this is going on. He's going to be moving up onto that location there. Does decide to turn around as he's getting chased down. We see more units coming in onto this location here. More coming over to defend. Enough villagers to repair to slow this down though. You see the Raven getting targeted down. A couple of these units will start falling to the Toxotes fire. We see more villagers dying for Suppe as he's just not able to keep hunting like he needs to. There are not really any more herdables in his base, so if he wants to keep building food-based units, he's going to have to start farms. He could move into the middle of the map or anything else. We do see Chiron's now out, though Chiron's probably the better option against the Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie still moves very, very fast at 6.32 speed with the help of the Thundering Hooves upgrade. Though if you get Aurora Borealis, it moves even faster, I believe, or it doesn't. It's just crush damage. Never mind. Crush and hack damage. So this is the fastest they move at 6.32. Now the raid is off to the races here. Going to be looking to try and get into IKill's base. See if he can do that or not. He's coming in with these raids. He's going to hit some more villagers. It's still only a 6 villager difference here for these players. Even with all of the villager kills from both players, it's still not that big of a deal. And Suppe is about to catch up on the population. IKill is grabbing Vault of Erebus, grabbing Pickaxe. The army running straight through this gate. We're seeing IKill now pushing into Suppe's base. The big problem here is that IKill's already started his farms. So he's got a decent food economy here, and Suppe hasn't. So he's got a long way to go to catch up on the economy. And we'll see how he goes. And we're seeing the raiders coming in. Going to attempt to surround these Toxotes. He does manage to do so, but again, there are these Hades Shades to defend. But this is really, really good raid here from Suppe. He's going to pick off so many of these units. The Toxotes trying to run. They do have 4.2 speed, so can get away pretty well, but there is Thundering Hooves for the raiders, so moving at 6.6 speed, quite a bit more than the Toxotes, getting a lot of damage done. The army now here is mostly Toxotes. He has a couple of hoplites here. And the farm's still slowly starting to get going here. And we do see these dwarves sneaking over onto this gold mine now that this one is finished. This one is finished as well. We see the hoplites taking down the temple. So the aim here for Suppe, for IKillUDie, it simply has to be stay one town center, get Mythic Age, Artemis, and Earthquake push Chimera raids before Suppe can get there, because that's how he can press this small advantage he has in villager count and farming first and convert it here. Suppe, on the other hand, just needs to keep on getting pressure, keep on getting picks, keep slowing IKill down, which is doing very, very nicely, and then in turn also get to the heroic age in a timely fashion. Needs more farms out. Nice micro here. Nice fight here for Suppe at this point. The Toxotes need to be targeting down those throwing axemen. We do see Shield Maiden Valkyries here, so we did end up getting Aurora Borealis for this 18 damage for the Shield Maiden Valkyrie, as it's trying to push forward. I actually find it really bizarre that it gives plus 20% crush damage when a Valkyrie has 0 crush damage. Please explain. We are seeing the Toxotes getting sniped as Suppe has managed to push IKill back. IKill dropping down to 90 population. The raiding cavalry also pushed through here as well. And now the villager count is very heavily in Suppe's favor as he's managed to push IKill back. And there's no gold here for IKill to regroup. If Suppe can get a gold starve at this point, which is very, very possible, this game may be very close to finishing as one of the most bloody classical age fights on the Titans we've seen in quite a while here. More raiding cavalry coming in, but where do you go? Obviously you come back to this gold mine because you can wall it up easily, but he is going to attempt to sneak this gold mine. Very dangerous considering there is units sort of everywhere for Suppe, including the Ravens. So we'll see if he can manage to make that happen. This wall is almost up, and now we're seeing Suppe. He's got such a strong army now. He still has no armory upgrades, but with the Thundering Hooves, so crazy strong. We're seeing copper shields coming through now for Suppe as well to give him even more of an advantage here. So much wood in the bank for IKill. Needs to spam some more buildings out or something to get the units pumping out, but it's looking as if Suppe has managed to completely decimate this army, at least, or maybe not. Maybe it's looking like IKill is actually staying alive here, but Suppe is able to produce so well at this point. Look at all this gold in the bank for Suppe. He needs to figure out a way to spend that. More farms or something. Get this ox cart closer to the wood, and he can get some more wood out so he can build more farms and then gear up to the next stage. But he is deciding to stay in the classical age now, going to town centers. We see the villagers split now onto these two locations. The polar bear does go down. And now IKill is on the defensive, trying to chase around Thundering Hoof Raiders with these very, very slow Hades units here. We see a longhouse up for Suppe. IKill gonna be attempting to circle around and hit these raiders, but look, they're pushing through onto this wooden wall at this point. And they're going to attempt to pick these villagers off. The villagers should just run out this way. That way these raiders will never be able to catch up to him. But it looks like he does manage to retreat back into this. And we're still seeing this gold mine getting gathered for IKillUDie. He is deciding to go to the heroic age here, throwing up the armory. Maybe getting access to some Nemean lions might help out. The Aphrodite going to be very, very key. And we do see the raiders have spotted the idea here from IKill. He's managed to get 600 gold from this one. Does spot the villagers. He's going to start going to town on them as he's retreating away from this location, this town center for Suppe about to go up. Look at how many resources Suppe has in the bank though. He needs to, well, obviously if he gets Mythic age, heroic age here, he can just throw the market down and then jump straight to the Mythic age by trading his way up. But the problem is going to be just getting that food here. And he's still, well, he has stopped pumping units completely at this point, but he's still a ways away from that 800 food with only having what looks to be 14 farms really weirdly placed around the town center. He's got plow, he's got husbandry. It's all looking mighty fine. But we'll see what he's going to do. He's returning back over onto this gold mine. The raiders coming back in. We see military academy. These units out of position here. The raiders come in. These villagers can make a break for it through the wall. And we do see that IKill has spotted this. It's going to force the raiders out of this location. There is the Aphrodite for IKillUDie. And where does he go from here? He's thrown down a market instantly, as IKill knows if he can get Mythic H here, he can get access to Chimera and be in a really, really good position. We're seeing the raiders retreating back here as they are getting pushed, or actually just getting villager kills, actually slowly sniping a ton of those. And you can see it's 45 villagers to 65 gatherers and dwarves for Suppe at this point. Really, really well played by Suppe to still be in the lead here. We see the raiders yet again hitting this location, almost picking off another villager, getting some over here. We see the Nemean lions here. We don't see anything on that location there. The villagers did manage to take down those raiding cavalry. Maybe going to throw up this town center and stay in the heroic age for a little bit as an idea. Now the raiders moving forward through IKill's base. Let's see, does he have any? He does have crenellation, so he is able to take these down very nicely. The village is trying to make a break for it. The wall is up, so he could retreat through here. This Raven just gave him all of the information he needed. He's trying to juke around, but Suppe is not going to have that. The hoplites coming in, though, are going to be able to start delaying these. Does manage to snipe one of those low HP raiding cavalries there. The watchtowers coming in to help out. Does manage to kill one villager. We're seeing the army for IKill coming in, pushing Suppe off of this gold mine, but Suppe's got a bit of gold in the bank, so I'm not sure he's going to mind too much about that one, especially because the idea here is either straight to the Mythic Age through Balder or straight to the Mythic Age through Tyr with a big push. Either way, getting gold staves with either or of those gods is going to be very, very tough for IKill to survive at this point. Artemis coming through now. We see a third town center is up for Suppe. The temple for Suppe coming up, throwing up a hill fort as well. No instant market. A very, very big question mark moment here. So we'll see if what he's gonna do with it, but Earthquake is on the way. Surely IKill throws a bunch of villagers over onto Favor and he tries to make a push. Maybe he's going for Heliopolis? Or Heliopolis. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. And now the hill fort is up. The dwarves moving over here. The Hades Shade going to be hitting these guys. Just causing a little bit of nuisance. He can turn around at any point here. There's a couple of low HP dwarves that this Hades Shade could snipe. Now seeing him trying to push through. Maybe a big earthquake push here, but there is frost. So we'll see how that's going to go. As we're seeing the army just move in. Maybe Suppe. Oh, he looks like he's going for the 4th town center here. As IKill is just trying to get in onto this location. We'll see if he can manage to do it. The army of Suppe very much out of position. He can very easily frost this if he wants. But he's not going to. And look, Suppe's gold now dropped down. Still seeing bow sword. There's the frost obviously going down. There is an there's the the Chimera coming. Look at this damage he does. Oof. And the Nemean Lion also getting some more splash damage. It's the ultimate amount of splash damage here. 5 villagers on the temple. We'll see if IKill can utilize this Chimera well enough to get back into this game. And we'll see how that goes. There is the Frost Giant. All of these units over here for Soup. Winter Harvest coming through. Quarry coming through. Absolutely insane amount of damage there as the Chimera does manage to pick off all of those throwing axemen. And there's the Earthquake going in onto that hometown center, picks off nearly everything. Look at this population dropping down to 40. Down to 40 for Soup. If IKill can hit this timing well enough, he will easily get a gold star because all these units getting preoccupied, but his entire army gets completely demolished here from... oh no, don't run the Chimera into the Frost Giant. Does manage to run away from that one there. And we see this location getting taken back as IKill is starting to get the 3 town centers up. The Raiders are hitting these villages here, pushing them back as we're seeing them fall very, very quickly. We're seeing the Chimera come in. And the villagers do fall. Fortress is up in the base though, and they should at least repel this a little bit. We're seeing more Chimera coming out, but it's very dangerous to go Chimera against Odin, or against Skirmishes mostly, because those Frost Giants are really, really strong. But maybe if you get out Perseus here, you could take down those Frost Giants very, very easily, in fact, and then get the raids in there. Nice random Hades Shade in the corner here. Seeing the raiding cavalry going around. Masons, heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, Huntress Axe. All of the upgrades coming through now for IKillUDie. For Soup. No upgrades for IKill, who's already at heavy upgrades for his infantry. Is starting to make some Hapaspis gearing up for that. We'll see the Chimera coming in. Will be able to stop this town center if he wants to. Yes, he does. Go for it. Look at those dead throwing axemen instantly. Here is the army for IKill coming in. Very, very smart army movement here to come into where the farm situation is for Soup. Soup has enough to advance though to the Mythic Age, and he will be able to click up very, very soon if he builds a market. But where is his infantry? Where is his market? It's in the corner as it's just about to start coming up, and we're seeing the army of Soup chasing these Chimera around, but the Chimera are speedy buggers. 5.3 compared to 3.8, so he can come over, hit this location, or hit this location. He does see the Chimera moving straight past these villages. IKill not paying attention to it though, as he's letting those villagers live. No, he does decide to turn around. How much damage does he get here? He picks off so many villagers there. So many villagers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villager kills. We still don't see Balder on the way. These army distracting over here really, really nicely. We see more villagers going down to this Chimera as Architects is coming through now for Soup. And the Frost Giants are here. Soup, IKill does notice, and he's going to run straight away from them. Now he's going to make his way over here. Soup's still not getting any more gold mines. He does have this gold mine to go to. He's getting too distracted over here as IKill is managing to prevent this town center from going the way of Soup at this point. We're seeing the Shades spot these villagers running this way. Will these Chimera do any damage over here or not? The Dwarves coming straight for this gold mine. This could be absolutely brutal. We've got so many Dwarves here, and they're so bunched right now. The Chimera coming in. Oh, he doesn't micro it, but he gets a big amount of damage, and he's going again. Some Dwarves do fall here. Lots of low HP ones. How long on the recharge time? We got 20-second recharge time. The Dwarves attempting to run back. That could have been so much more devastating if IKill was paying attention there, but he wasn't. There's so many Frost Giants here for Soup now. We need to see a Perseus out at some point in order to deal with those, because they're just so difficult to pick off with the Colin. Maybe you can get Achilles out as a little bit there. We just see the ox cart falling, and now we've got no more gold in the bank for Soup. We've got, he's deciding to go through tier. Instead of Balder. I think Balder would definitely be the better choice in this situation, because all the gold is forward. IKill has a lot of resources in the Chimera. We are seeing him try and snipe down a Great Owl, not paying attention. He's going to lose one Chimera here. as the Frost Giant will be able to take these down, and another Frost Giant coming in as well. We just see this Chimera going to be making a break for it. Maybe he can keep this one alive. Nah, the Frost lasts 20 seconds and the recharge time is 20 seconds. So while it takes a while to die, it will definitely fall. And we are seeing these units moving back in. The Achilles is here. Need to get that guy to take down these Frost Giants, and he is now doing so. He's one of the better heroes to take down Frost Giants. Sort of similar to Atlanta. He does manage to take one down, but all the units have immediately jumped onto this one. We're seeing a Chimera coming in, going to attempt to help out. Does a lot of splash damage to those units there before starting to get taken down by the Jarls. Need to start seeing some Hoplites coming out to deal with this, or maybe Prodromus as an option, but he's not going for it, and IKill getting pushed back yet again. After all of that damage there, Suppe does manage to stabilize yet again. 99 population for IKill, and it's looking as if he may be thinking about tapping out here. What do I have to do? We just do this. I can't see what he said. Lost in the woods, and there's Suppe's tier. Fimbulwinter coming through. Those wolves going to be hitting some villages here, putting IKill indoors and trying to be safe. He does immediately cast the town bell, and IKill is going to attempt to stay in this game here, as Suppe is still pushing forward with all of these Frost Giants. Still no Perseus. There's so many myth units here to pick off. We've got so many units, and IKill in the 34th minute of this game decides to tap out. GG. What an absolute insane game by Suppe here. IKill had him on the back foot. Sneaking this gold mine for so long was so key, and then when IKill finally noticed it, he was just bouncing between these gold mines for long enough. Suppe managed to keep himself only 6 villages behind for the early game, and then he moved in, hit everything everywhere, and was able to put put IKill's village total below him, and then on top of that somehow managed to get to the heroic age off of the 2 towns, and has got his farms going. Honestly, the thing that IKill needed to try and do here was, instead of continuing the fight, when he had his farm set up, you got to realize your opponent, if he hasn't got his farm set up, you've got to go for some tech, because he's not going to be able to get there. He's going to be low on the food, but that's really hard to know and read, and obviously easy for me to read as the observer. So unlucky play here from IKill. We'll move on to game number 2 very shortly. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.